This is my level 100 Charizard. It's the Charmander that Leon gives you at the end of the game, and it's a one of a kind. I've given it the charcoal to hold, and it's also got the ability Blaze, so it's going to get a double boost to its fire type moves. It's got Dragon Pulse, Mystical Fire, Fly, and Thunder Punch. This is good coverage for Leon's team later. It's got a quirky nature, which is neutral, so it's not going to affect its stats. If I can't solo the league with just Charizard, I'm going to have to surprise trade it away. If you haven't seen one of these challenges before, the rules are pretty simple. I have to solo the league, I get one attempt, and if Charizard faints, no second chances, I've got to surprise trade him immediately. I have to invite Leon to the tournament since he's the strongest trainer in the game. I'm not allowed to Dynamax, and I can't use items in battle except for my held item. Whichever held item I pick is the only one I can use for the whole run. With that said, it's time to get started. First up, we've got Corvin. If you don't know him, he's got electric types, and he starts with his Boltund. Corvin's one of the basic trainers in these tournaments. There's one for each type, and they're pretty similar to a gym leader. The only thing is, they don't have a Dynamax Pokemon, so they're a little bit easier than some of the other challenges. We start with Dragon Pulse, and we take the Boltund out in one hit. This is a really good start. Next up, he's going to send in his Dragazult. This is perfect since we've got Dragon Pulse, which is going to be super effective against this, meaning we can take that out in one hit as well. This is actually the last time that I fight the slightly weaker version of this league, since after you beat it quite a few times, they come back a lot stronger. Some of Leon's Pokemon are actually like level 80 at that point, which is really tough. So these challenges are going to get a lot harder after this, and unfortunately I saved a lot of my shinies for later, so good luck to me. He sends in his Lantern next, and we go for a Dragon Pulse again. This time we hit it, and don't quite take it out in one hit. An electric type move there could have been devastating, but it decided to just go for agility anyway. It's boosted its speed, so it might actually outspeed us here, but luckily Charizard manages to go first and hits another Dragon Pulse, finishing off the Lantern. Next up, he's going to use a pretty dangerous one. He's sending out his Raichu, and this thing has a crazy special attack stat. Along with super effective electric type moves, this could be a problem. I decided to switch it up here and go for Magical Fire, which is boosted by Blaze and Charcoal. This actually managed to take Raichu out in one hit, and I suddenly realised how powerful those boosts actually are. Next up is Toxtricity, and this is going to be his ace, although he can't Dynamax it. I decided to go for Mystical Fire again since it did so well last time. It connects and takes the Toxtricity out in one hit as well. This is a brilliant start, and with that we've taken out Corvin. Next up's going to be a slightly easier fight actually. We got quite lucky with this one. We managed to get B. She does have fighting types, we've got the perfect counter in Fly. We're not using anything like the leftovers, so 2-turn moves aren't great for that. But when she uses her Dynamax Pokemon at the end, we can actually waste its first move using Fly, and then actually waste its third move as well, provided we survive the second one. We take out her Hull Launcher in one hit with Thunder Punch. I probably should have gone for Fly there, but for some reason I decided to use Thunder Punch instead. She sends Grapploct out now, and I'm definitely going for Fly. I'm probably going to just use Fly for the rest of her team now, since it's going to be super effective anyway. She goes for an Octolock, and obviously it misses because we're up in the sky. We connect the Fly next turn, and take it out in one hit. This is so good. I think we've actually taken every Pokemon out in one hit so far. That's crazy. Next up is the Phalanx, and we're definitely going to go for another Fly again. Kinda wish this game had a traditional Pokemon League. Like, the only recent game that really has anything like that is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and I don't really like those games that much, to be honest. Scarlet and Violet had a traditional league, but you can't rematch them, which is just ridiculous to me. I'd love to do this challenge on that game, but you literally can't. After you beat the league, that's it. It's done. She sends out her Sirfetch'd next, and we're going to go for Fly again. I think they did a really good job with these games, and I hope in the new ones they take a step back in this direction. I like all the new things that they're trying out with the Legends games, but I also like these, and I'd like them to do traditional Pokemon games at the same time. We take out the Sirfetch'd in one hit, and it's on to her last Pokemon. She's going to Dynamax this one, and it's going to be her Machamp. We're going to go for Fly first turn, wasting its first Dynamax turn, and then hopefully we'll be able to survive the max Rockfall next turn. Charizard's pretty overpowered, and I think the biggest danger for us is getting hit by a super effective Dynamax move taking us out in one hit. That's happened before in challenges, and I don't think Charizard's going to survive a max Rockfall. If I lose this Charizard, I literally can't get another one like it unless I complete the entire game again. I'm about 150 hours into this save file, so I'm definitely not starting again, and if I lose this Charizard, that's it. I mean, I do have a copy of Shield, but I probably wouldn't transfer one over anyway. We take the Machamp down first turn, so we don't even need to worry about max rockfall. That's B finished, and it's time to take on Leon. Leon's actually really difficult, but I think we're pretty well set up. We've got Mystical Fire to take out his Aegislash. We've also got Electric type moves for his later Pokemon, and we've even got a Dragon type for his Dragapult. We start with Mystical Fire since we know 100% this is going to take it out. It's boosted by Blaze and Charcoal, so Aegislash doesn't stand a chance. It's exactly what happens, and Aegislash falls. Next up's going to be his Dragapult, and we've got Dragon Pulse to take this thing out as well. We go for Dragon Pulse first turn, and I'm pretty sure we're going to outspeed. I've got boxes full of Pokemon saved up for this challenge, and it's actually crazy how many Dragon types there are. We take the Dragapult out in one hit, and we're going to move on to his next Pokemon. I've literally got like half a box full of Dragons, it's crazy. Next up he sends out Mr. Rime, and we've got the perfect counter for this in Mystical Fire. Double boosted, there's no chance it's going to survive this. We hit the Mystical Fire, and I reckon we could have killed it twice over with that. Down goes his Mr. Rime, and it's time for his starter now. My Leon has Inteleon, so Thunder Punch is going to take that out as well. Charizard's definitely more of a special attacker, but I reckon Thunder Punch will still take it out in one hit. It does, and it's time to take on his Charizard. I'm not 100% certain that Thunder Punch is going to take it out, but it's probably our best bet, to be honest. I also know 100% that this thing has max rockfall, and that could be seriously dangerous. We're just going to have to prove to Leon that he gave us the better Charmander. Can you imagine giving someone a level 5 Pokemon, and then 2 weeks later they come back and wipe your entire team with it? How embarrassing. We hit a Thunder Punch, we don't quite do half. It's time for his max rockfall, and it knocks us all the way down to 73. That's crazy, since it whips up a Sandstorm as well, and we're going to take Chip. Just a little bit more damage, and this Sandstorm could have finished us off. We have just 55 HP, and as long as there's no nonsense, we should be able to hit first. That's exactly what happens, and Thunder Punch finishes off Charizard, taking out Leon, and winning the league. That means Leon's Charmander is staying with me, and it's going to go into the winner's box. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next one.